Letter 33, The Stories You Tell Yourself. Dear Ada, there's something every person carries with them, often without realizing it. A private mythology, the story they tell themselves about who they are and what the world is. This story shapes everything. What you believe you can do, what you believe you deserve, what future you think is possible, what relationships you accept or avoid, what risks you take, what mistakes you forgive, and what dreams you allow yourself to pursue. Most people never examine their story. They just live inside it, as if it were fact. But the story you tell yourself is not a fact. It is a lens. And like any lens, it can become clear or distorted. Let me show you how this works. Your story begins long before adulthood. It begins in childhood, with the way people responded to you, the feedback you absorbed, the emotions you weren't allowed to feel, the roles you were assigned, the expectations you inherited, the experiences that shaped your sense of worth. Maybe you learned, I'm the responsible one. I'm the difficult one. I'm the helper. I'm the quiet one. I'm the strong one. I don't need anyone. I'm a burden. I'm only valued when I achieve. I have to earn love. None of these are truths. They are stories, coping strategies that helped you survive the environments you grew up in. But here's the catch. What protects you in childhood can imprison you in adulthood, unless you rewrite the story. There are three kinds of stories that quietly shape your life. 1. The story about who you are. This includes the identity you've taken on, your self-concept, your limitations and possibilities. For example, I'm not good with money. I always mess up relationships. I'm shy. I'm too much. I'm not creative. I'm unlucky. I don't belong. Be careful with these stories, Ada. They become self-fulfilling prophecies. When you believe a story, your mind starts gathering evidence to support it and ignoring evidence that contradicts it. That's how people stay trapped in narratives that were never true to begin with. 2. The story about the world. These are beliefs about what is safe, possible, or normal. People can't be trusted. The world is dangerous. Success requires sacrifice. Everyone else has it figured out. No one really understands me. These two shape your every decision. 3. The story about your future. These are the quiet expectations you carry. I'll never find someone who really sees me. I'll probably end up in a normal job. I won't live an extraordinary life. I shouldn't hope for too much. Your future is shaped by the story you assign to it. Change the story, and you change the path. There is a moment in every person's life when they realize, I am living inside a story I didn't write. That moment is painful but liberating. Because once you see the story, you can revise it. You can say, that was true once, but it is not true now. That protected me then, but I don't need it anymore. This story is too small for who I am becoming. Someone else handed me this narrative. I'm giving it back. You become the author instead of the character. So here's the question I want you to ask yourself often. What story am I telling myself right now? And does it help me become who I want to be? If the story shrinks you, rewrite it. If the story cages you, walk out of it. If the story blames you, soften it. If the story is inherited, question it. If the story is outdated, update it. You do not owe loyalty to a younger version of yourself who did the best she could with what she knew. You owe your loyalty to the woman you're becoming. Ida, your story is not fixed. It is not predetermined. It is not fate. It is a living thing, shaped by your attention, your choices, your courage, and your willingness to tell the truth about who you are now and who you intend to become. Choose your story with intention. Write it with compassion. Live it with clarity. And remember, the story you tell yourself becomes the life you live. Tell a beautiful one. A friend on the road ahead.